Hi, and welcome to Mindful, Beautiful, and Thriving, a podcast series by Taarika Foundation focused on youth mental health. Before we begin today's episode, I just wanted to let you all know that all content that is found in our podcast is created for informational purposes only. This content is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or therapy. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition, and never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have heard in this podcast. Thank you so much, and without further ado, let's get started.
Hello, it's Sana.
And I'm Sira. Welcome to Mindful, Beautiful, and Thriving.
Today we are going to talk about our upcoming holiday, Thanksgiving.
Did you know that Thanksgiving is a worldwide celebration? In Rome, it is called Siriella. In West Africa, it's celebrated as the Yam Festival. Sukkot in Israel, Thai Pongal in India, Crop Over in the Caribbean, and even as Chuseok in Korea.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. So many names for one celebration. Ready for a Thanksgiving riddle?
Bring it on.
What has feathers and a beak but is dressed?
A pigeon?
No, it's a turkey.
Nice riddle, Sana. Here's another one. Why did a turkey cross the road?
I only know the answer to why the chicken crossed the road. What's the answer?
It was a chicken's day off.
Cool riddle, Sarah. Thanksgiving reminds us to have an attitude for gratitude. Are you a grateful person?
Yes, for sure I'm a grateful person. I say thank you when I receive a gift, or when someone opens a door for me, or when a person does something for me.
That's a great first step. Saying thank you certainly gives you a start. Do you know what being grateful or sincere gratitude really means?
Isn't it a feeling of pure joy and happiness? William Arthur Ward, an American author, believed that gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgivings, routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings.
Yes, you rightly said. Gratitude is a feeling, and you practice it deliberately and feel it as much as you can.
This reminds me that at the University of California, a study was done to see how happy a group of people can be after expressing gratitude in every way. After 30 days, that group felt 25% happier.
Let me clarify this. Happiness doesn't make us feel grateful. Gratitude makes us feel happy. Like what Nick Vujicic said. Often people ask how I manage to be happy despite having no arms and no legs. The quick answer is that I have a choice. I can be angry about not having limbs, or I can be thankful that I have a purpose. I choose gratitude.
I agree. Like Rabi, a researcher at Texas Tech University, gave this formula for happiness. Happiness equals wanting what you have over having what you want. It basically means that happiness is gratitude divided by expectation. Having an attitude for gratitude means taking the time to appreciate what we have instead of focusing on what we don't have and being greedy.
Now, I know one more thing about you. You love math.
Oh, yeah, I love math.
Having an attitude for gratitude helps in feeling happy, appreciating everything we have all year round. Expressing gratitude can help build new friendships and will lead to a better society overall.
I was amazed to know that history is loaded with famous figures who practiced gratitude and whose achievements put them amongst the greatest human beings who've ever lived. Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr., Shakespeare, Lincoln, Newton, Einstein, and so many more.
You've heard sayings like whatever goes around comes around, you reap what you sow, and you get what you give, right? Well, all of these sayings are describing the same law that the great scientist Sir Isaac Newton discovered. Every action always has an equal and opposite reaction.
When you apply the idea of gratitude to Newton's law, it says every action of giving thanks always causes an opposite reaction of receiving. It will always be equal to the amount of gratitude you've given. And the more sincerely and the more deeply grateful you feel, the more you will receive.
The scientists, philosophers, inventors, discoverers, and prophets who practice gratitude reap its results, and most are aware of its inherent power. Remember when we were little kids and we played with magnets? Our thoughts and feelings are magnets. Whatever we think gets attracted and comes to you. So we should watch what we think and appreciate what we have.
But why don't we celebrate Thanksgiving every day?
Thanksgiving is a celebration to remind ourselves and our extended families. However, we have to be consistent and practice what we learn every day. Like the saying, knowledge is treasure, but practicing is the key to it.
Oh, I get it. We should always implement what we learned.
So, Sarah, can we be appreciative without saying thank you?
Well, feeling grateful and not expressing it is like wrapping a gift but not giving it.
You always crack me up. Why would someone keep a present but not give it?
That's the point. Thanksgiving reminds keeping the present with us.
I see. Let's practice this by playing rapid fire. I'll give you two categories and you can give me two. And then we will give each other two things that we are grateful for in those categories. Ready?
Yeah, the first category is school,
I am grateful for the kind and helpful teachers and the books.
and I'm grateful for my caring and encouraging teachers and our school computers.
Now, let's look at the next category, nature and environment.
I'm grateful for trees that give us fresh air and beautiful flowers.
I am grateful for the food that nature provides us with and the scenic views and the monuments.
The third category is our physical body.
I am thankful to have a working and healthy body with arms, legs, eyes, ears, and muscles.
I'm glad to have all my body parts, a spine, and my hair.
Last but not least, category 4 is family and friends.
I'm thankful for a safe home and a family who helps and encourages me.
And I'm thankful to have parents and friends who care about me and uplift me and help see me in my studies.
Wow.
Hey, Sarah, it's wonderful to be grateful for everything good. But do you appreciate the roadblocks you encounter when doing something challenging?
Of course not.
Well, those bitter challenges make us strong and better. They help us have a growth mindset.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In school, I learned about a game called Levels of Gratitude. Let me use that to help you understand that bitter challenges are good.
Sure, let's get started.
Okay, level 1. Say the first three things that come to your mind that you are grateful for. For example, I'm grateful for my house, my education, and my friends.
Hmm. Cars, houses, and our internet.
Perfect start. Level 2. What are two things that you use every day but don't take the time to appreciate? For example, I didn't stop to acknowledge that I like my phone in bed.
How about books in my computer?
Great. Ready for the easiest one?
Yup.
What is one experience when it happened, you didn't like it, but now when you look back, you feel grateful for it? Remember Einstein's quote, I am thankful to all those who said no to me. It's because of them I did it myself.
Hey, that's the hardest one. Let me think.
No thinking time. Quick. The time is running. You only have 5 more seconds.
Um, well, yesterday in math class, I knew the answer for a question, so I quickly raised my hand, hoping to be called on. But then the teacher called on someone else. I was disappointed that I wasn't called on, but then I realized I should also give others a chance, and if I know an answer, I can help my friends.
Awesome. When life gives you rainy days, jump in the puddles.
Now, let's wish our audience a happy Thanksgiving, and you can play these games at home with your friends and family. We're attaching the worksheet link with this episode.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Mindful, Beautiful, and Thriving.
Happy Thanksgiving!
You are listening to Mindful, Beautiful, and Thriving, a podcast series by Taarika Foundation. As part of our youth series, we will be releasing new episodes every Friday, so make sure to continue to check those out. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and thank you so much for listening.